Welcome back. Let's get a check on the food market now. See, Irish potato, a major staple food widely consumed in Nigeria. We're seeing with the rise in food inflation, the price of a 100-kilogram bag of Irish potatoes in the country has more than doubled to 115,000 naira in December 2023, from about 50,000 naira in December 2022. Joining us now is Miriam Ode, analyst at financial derivatives company. Great to have you on the show.
Good afternoon, Ladi. Thank you for having me.
So I know Plateau State accounts for about 80 to 90% of Irish potatoes grown in Nigeria. But in recent times, we've seen the region has been marked by high levels of insecurity and violence. What effect is the insurgency having in the region having on prices of Irish potatoes? Is that why we're seeing prices more than double in 2023?
Like you said, like the Plateau State is actually a major grower of Irish potatoes in Nigeria. So it's no brainer that the rising level of insecurity in the region is causing the domestic price of Irish potatoes to rise. But it's not only that's not the only factor that is affecting or causing the rise in Irish potatoes in the country. There's also the seasonality effect, because this is not the harvest season for Irish potatoes. But the Plateau State insecurity is definitely having its own effect on the price of Irish potatoes in the country, because it's affecting the supply. There's limited supply of Irish potatoes as farmers are unable to access their farms. Then there's also increased production costs due to this high level of insecurity in the region, because given the opportunity that these farmers are even able to go to their farms and cultivate or harvest the Irish potatoes, they are obviously going to sell it off at a higher price due to the fact that they are risking more to produce the commodity or to make sure that the commodity is available in the market. But Irish potato is not the only commodity that is going to be affected by this insecurity in this region. Other tubers like sweet potatoes, yams are also going to be affected because they are also grown in Plateau State. Remember that the northern region actually is where most of Nigeria's crops are grown. So the insecurity level in Plateau State, high level of insecurity in Plateau State, is affecting most of our tubers. That's the prices of most of our tubers. That's yam, sweet potatoes, and Irish potatoes.
Yeah, definitely. The government needs to do more to protect these states at this time, because with inflation at these levels, definitely we need to secure all these states. But apart from being consumed directly, Irish potatoes are used to produce various consumables like potato flour, chips, and some soups. But what would you say what do you say drives changes in demand for potatoes, and in turn might even discourage investments, going forward?
I think the demand for Irish potatoes in the country are relatively stable, given the fact that it has a high level of versatility. Irish potatoes are used for numerous reasons, or they have numerous purposes. It can be food purposes or non-food purposes. For food purposes, like you mentioned, we have the potato chips, we have potato salad, we have potato pancakes, and more commonly, we even have mashed potatoes. And for non-food purposes, Irish potatoes are used in the production of biodegradable substitutes for plastics. We know that the world is moving towards a greener energy or greener environment or cleaner energy. So what this means is that the demand for Irish potato is definitely going to remain stable in the coming years. And then the peels of Irish potatoes are actually used in animal feeds due to the fact that they contain high levels of starch. So we're seeing that there's high level of versatility for Irish potatoes, and this is going to support its demand. There's also the fact that Irish potatoes, how would I put it? Irish potatoes actually are staple foods, like you mentioned. Most people are hung up on Irish potatoes, and it has one taste. Irish potatoes there's no other commodity that can compare to the taste of Irish potatoes. Potatoes are potatoes, just like eggs are eggs, and there is no perfect substitute for the commodity.
Definitely, no substitutes at this point. But according to the FAO, I see Nigeria is the 7th largest producer of Irish potatoes globally. How's the value chain looking, and what can be done to improve that?
Currently, the government has already implemented the National Potato Strategy, and this is a 5-year plan that is aimed at improving the domestic production of Irish potatoes and even sweet potatoes, and also boosting its export potential. And what this is going to do is that it's going to reduce potato blight, which is one factor that reduces the supply of potatoes in Nigeria, and it will also reduce post-harvest losses, and as well as increase the use of mechanized tools among potato farmers. And as such, the increased use of mechanized tools among potato farmers is bound to improve the supply of potatoes in Nigeria and also increase Nigeria's export potential for the commodity.
Yeah, we're the largest producer of a lot of things, or one of the largest producers. Hopefully in 2024, we can start taking advantage of all these things that we can produce so easily. Thank you so much for coming on. Miriam Ode, analyst, Financial Derivatives Company.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Compliments of the season.